Welcome to the National Chumps podcast. I'm your boy Bird. I'm Rev.
And I'm done.
Yeehaw. Had to take it back to the old intro. We love it. We never gets old. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to National Chumps podcast. We're excited. Can't get any better than this. Week 0 college football is back, Rev. How do we feel about that?
Yes, I feel pretty excited about it. I wish there were a few more exciting games on the slate, but hey, I get to watch Eastern Michigan play this weekend. You can't get more excited about that. I might have to resubscribe to ESPN Plus. But shout out to playing the old intro too. Felt some nostalgia there. We've come a long way, or maybe just a different way.
Season 3, we're excited to be back.
But yes. So thank you all for keeping us afloat, or at least making us want to do this, all 25 of you. But we enjoy doing this. We love talking college football, and we're really looking forward to the 2026-2027 season.
Yes, we are. Quick notice, Dunham will be here in a minute. He's on the Facebook Marketplace. Deal gone wrong. He'll be here in a minute. So, with Dunham not being here to start off,
when you're a seller.
It is what happens. We're going to start off with boom, 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 boom. What's the line? Bringing it back. Everybody loved it. Which is where the boys, now just me and Rev, we're going to talk about lines going on in the slate for this week for college football games, the overs, the unders, the money lines, and the point spread, which we all love. So, first game we want to talk about here. First game of the year, week 0 in Dublin, 10 a.m.
Mountain time.
TCU, 10 a.m. Mountain time. TCU versus North Carolina. This is where Rev was saying, could have had a better game up on the slate. We got to come out with a bang. Okay, who was it last year? It was Iowa State and who?
Iowa State and Kansas State kicked off the season last year. And it kind of was the demise of Kansas State. They never seemed to be able to get back on track after they left Dublin. I could see a very similar path for either team if they end up losing this game. Right now, according to FanDuel Sports Network, we got TCU as the favorite at -7.5, -320 on the money line, with an over-under of 47.5. If I remember last year, the game in Dublin was kind of a rock fight. There was also some rain going on and some weather. I remember Kansas State had one of their key players go down early on in the game. We're recording here on Tuesday night, so obviously the line is subject to change. However, it's in Dublin. It's a weird environment. It's pretty much a bowl game to start off the season for both of these teams. TCU had a good year last year-ish. North Carolina had a terrible year last year. So
many people don't think it's going to change, Rev.
Kind of going with the horny toads on this one. What do you think?
I don't hate that pick. One thing before I get going on my pick for this game. Why is this not Ohio State and Texas? Why is this not a bigger matchup? Why is Alabama not playing over there? Roll Tide.
I mean, probably because those teams don't want to give up a true home game either way.
Fair enough.
They signed the 2-year deal. We'll do one at the shoe. We'll do one in Texas. You kind of gotta take that into consideration too. But I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It would be sick to get a bit better of more of a top 25 matchup in here, or maybe the two best teams in the American, or
those two teams at the end of the year that are going to be fighting for that group of 5 spot,
Yeah, you could easily get like a Boise State UNLV game over there. That'd be sick, Something
Oh,
to
yeah.
get the juices going. But I mean, TCU and North Carolina, if they do good in their conferences, all of a sudden we look back and this is a really good game. But I don't
Yeah.
really anticipate this being a fantastic game. But it's football,
No.
so we're gonna watch it.
Yes.
We're gonna be dialed in on Saturday morning. So
Yes, we are. So with that being said, I think for this game, the one thing that's sticking out to me, I want to go under 47.5.
ooh, okay.
Um, I just don't think North Carolina has what it takes to score. I hope they got better. I do. It'd be good for Belichick. It'd be good for the Tar Heels because they struggled last year with everything. They were just bad at everything. And if that's a recurring case, if they are still just as bad as they were last year, I don't see TCU going for 40. Honestly, and I think they just had to kick some kid off the team. I believe I can't remember for what, but they're having some turmoil over there, so I don't think everything's going to plan right now for TCU.
Yeah, and these two did play last year. It was the opener for Belichick, and Belichick got, pounded. So it could be another blowout again. That's why I'm kind of riding with TCU on the spread. I like them at minus
Yeah.
7.5. I think they get them by at least 10. I'd play it up to 9.5. I'd feel confident enough to do that. So,
yep. And then next game we got San Jose State versus USC.
Well, as fun as this one would be, we don't have the USC hater on right now to discuss how bad USC could foil this game. But home game, start the year. Jane Mayava, he's kind of one of my dark horse Heisman candidates. I think they come out and take care of business against San Jose State.
They should.
I'll take the points minus 38.5. I know it's a big number, but
wow,
six touchdowns seems pretty doable for 45-3. That's what it's screaming that to me.
See, I'm going the exact opposite way. I think there's going to be a lot of backdoor covers here the first 2 weeks. And there are some huge point spreads coming up. I think I think Georgia was like minus 55.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me, but when you're in the fourth quarter and you got your fourth string, third string guys in on defense, these teams are bound to get at least one touchdown.
Yeah, right? I know, but they're
I don't know.
I
played with it last year.
College football, man.
I played with it last year, opening few weeks, and every single team hit a backdoor cover in the last 10 minutes of the game. So I think if it's over, honestly, if it's over 30, I think I'm going to go with the plus 38.5 here by San Jose State.
Okay. All right. I like it. I think you make a good point here. And I think if you're somebody who likes to live bet, I would be taking a big look at these spreads at halftime, especially for some reason that if they're close, like let's say it's USC 17, San Jose State 7, and all of a sudden that spread goes down to 21.5. Go hammer that. I'd go take that spread with USC because I think some of these teams are going to take off in the second half. But in that fourth quarter, like you said, backdoor cover is very, very susceptible to that. That's something we learned the hard way in college basketball.
Yeah, all it takes is one touchdown at the end of the game when these teams are up so much too. All right,
absolutely.
Next game we got NC State at Virginia.
Now, how do we feel about that? I like this game. This game's going to be fun. We have a gritty Virginia team that played really well last year. End of the year, super strong. Had a shot to make some noise and go get an ACC title. Just didn't quite get there. And then they get to play kind of a team on the uprise here. NC State with DJ Bailey at quarterback. This is probably probably the most entertaining week 1 game or week 0 game. Sorry. Virginia's really good. But I think it's going to be close. I think NC State, I think whoever wins it by a field goal. I don't love the +5 or the -5.5 for Virginia. So I'll take the +5.5 with NC State.
Love that. We have a friend that has gone to NC State, a friend that listens once in a while. Program. Shout out to the Justin Hefner. We love you. I made him a promise the last time I went against NC State that I would never go against NC State. So I'm taking him on the money line here. I think it's going to be a gritty game. Again, like you said, I think it's going to be close. But instead of going points, making it a 3-point game, even if they do win by a field goal, I'm going to just go NC State money line.
Yeah, I think you're getting pretty good value at that +184.
Yeah.
Typically, if you're kind of in that 175 to 215 range, I think there's a lot of good value there. I get a little bit worried since Virginia's at home. But it looks like there's going to be a lot of points in this game because the over-under's at 53.5. So expect a lot of good football, I guess, if it's going to be a lot of points, or maybe we're just going to see a high-scoring fourth quarter when it's going back and forth.
Yeah. Also, you probably get some boosts.
Yeah,
week
for
0.
Sure.
So you can probably boost some of these
things.
Boost some of these things up too, especially those point spreads too at -115. Get them closer to a +100.
Yeah, for sure. I just find it interesting that the point total is so high, but could go back and forth. Like I said, could expect some fireworks.
And honestly, when you're looking at all of these point spreads, they're all pretty high. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, USC, San Jose State 60.5. The next game that I'm seeing is somewhat lower, but most of these games, they're in the 50s. So
yeah. Next game we got on the token, Jacksonville State versus North Dakota State. And I know Rev loves him some NDSU. We're actually going to go watch the NDSU versus. Oh wait, no, it's UNLV versus Air Force. Never mind. Sorry to.
Yeah, but we'll be there. We'll be there. UNLV, Air Force. We're excited to see those guys play. But yes, you are right. I love NDSU. They're a team that had to pay their dues. Okay, they proved everybody that they're a winning program. They proved to the FBS that they belong, in my opinion. And they're going to host Jacksonville State in the Fargo Dome. And if you've never been to the Fargo Dome, it's an interesting place to say the least. It's a dome, but it holds about 19,000 people. All right, so it seems small, but the place is sick. They have that whole state rooting for them right now in North Dakota. Yeah, I know it's not a very populous state, but there's a lot of people in the Midwest that are going to be going to that game, and that place is going to be rocking. And I think NDSU is going to cover the number. They're at -7.5 right now. It's
plus money.
I think it's at +100. I think it's a bit of a tall task, especially with their first game being the FBS. There's going to be some nerves there, but if they can get the ground game going, I think NDSU is going to be just fine. I think their defense is a lot better than people think, and they're going to be all right. So give me NDSU -7.5. This is one of the lowest point totals, by the way, at 46.5. So I think the bookmakers are thinking a lot of ground and pound, a lot of running the clock. So
yeah, I'm looking at this. I also think it's going to be North Dakota State in every category. I don't think if you could get it down to -5.5, I think that would be good. Maybe closer to game day, but I would go right now -7.5.
Yeah, I like it.
And then we got Sacramento State versus Rev's team, Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, we know where I'm going, but let's give a little shout out to Sacramento State here. First year in the FBS as well. They're going right into Maction right away. Like we get a conference game to start the year in week 0, which is pretty cool. We get 2 of them with NC State and Virginia, and now Sacramento State and Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan, they are definitely bowl hopefuls, but I think if they go undefeated and win the MAC, there's a chance they could make the playoff.
Oh yeah,
Why not? Why not? Maybe if you looked at my bracket last week, I had Army in there. Why not Eastern Michigan? Come on, go EMU for life.
I love it. I
Tough, the
love it.
factory. We're all about it. I'm all in on Eastern Michigan football.
Hell yeah.
No, like 3 guys on the team, but it's fine. We're gonna make it work. But they're a 9.5-point favorite against Sacramento State. It's a long road trip for Sacramento State. First official FBS game for them, just like NDSU. But this is not the same caliber of program, in my opinion. I think Eastern Michigan's going to win in a low-scoring affair. I don't know if I love the 52.5 points.
That's exactly where I was going, Rev. I was going to go with the under 52.5. This seems like another game, kind of like the US. It's going to be one-sided, in my opinion, especially when the money line's at minus 400.
Mm-hmm.
Again, even at the best, do you see Eastern Michigan scoring 40 and Sacramento State scoring 15, 14? I don't. I think it's going to be all Eastern Michigan. I don't think Sac State's going to get anything.
Yeah, I see it being kind of like a 27-7 kind of game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And
next
then
game we got on the slate, Rev, what do you got?
I see Hawaii traveling to Stanford. Is that what
First
you see
one of the year for the Mountain West. There's going to be a lot of travel over there.
Yeah, the thing is with Hawaii, it's always tough to travel to Hawaii, but you get to host. It feels great. I don't know how they do on the road. I don't follow Hawaii enough. We don't have our we don't have our prideful Rainbow Warrior on here. But I know he'd be all over Hawaii plus 3.5. Stanford and the Andrew Luck thing, I'd be interested to see how that's going to look this year with the new coach. But you know what? I'm feeling frisky, so let's take the under. I like under 48.5. Don't see a lot of great offense from either of these two teams to start the year, especially for a long road trip for Hawaii. But it's really not that long in the scheme of things for them. And Stanford, I think they're going to have to win games by playing clean football. And their clean football is going to be first down run, second down run, third down run, hopefully get a first down. I just don't see them being a very electrifying offense quite yet. And Hawaii, sure, maybe, but that point total seems a little bit too high for me. I don't know if these teams can combine for 7 touchdowns.
Yep. I'm going to go with Hawaii money line here. They ended the year very, very good. They got a lot coming into the season. I'm pretty sure that they kept a lot of their guys in Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can fact check me on that one. But the coaching staff out there is awesome. I think Hawaii comes into Stanford and just beats Andrew Luck up.
Yeah, I could see it, but I don't know. Stanford, they're going to be smarter than Hawaii. We know that for sure.
That's true. Just can they ball? Do they have the Hawaiian heart?
Probably not.
They don't. Next game, New Mexico State, Florida State. This one, the point here is huge, and they think that Florida State is going to score everything. That's insane. Minus 30.5 with the over-under set at 52.5.
Yeah. Call me crazy, but I kind of want to sprinkle New Mexico State.
New Mexico State money line?
Yeah, just give it a little sprinkle. Why not?
Give me a plus 3,000 here. Make my year. Make my
what?
College football betting year.
$10, you win 300. Come on, why not?
Sets me up for the next 4 months.
Yeah, probably
Love
sets me up
that.
for one more parlay. But Florida State should win this game. I know this is kind of one of those interesting point windows for you because it's not it is a ton of points, but you were talking 38.5 with USC and San Jose State being a pretty big number. Is this a big enough number for you to trust Florida State, or do you kind of like New Mexico State to backdoor cover on this one? Maybe 35-14 kind of game, something like that.
Who's still coaching at Florida State? Is that Norvell?
Yeah, I think he's still there.
Yeah, give me New Mexico State plus 38.5.
I like it. A little money line sprinkle.
The
I
only
would.
thing that they had going for them last year was beating Alabama, and they shouldn't have freaking beat Alabama. They got ranked in the
Shouldn't have, but they did.
They got ranked in the top 25 after that, and then never saw it the week after again because they were just that bad. And I'm praying that they're going to continue to be just that bad this upcoming year. A little backdoor sprinkle again. And our last one. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. Let's move on. I had nothing
and
nice
then our
to
last,
say, so I'm just going to move on.
Our last game is going to be Memphis at UNLV in Las Vegas.
This could also be the game of the week. I think if we're looking for the most entertaining games, I would rank them probably NC State, Virginia, Memphis, UNLV, and then I go Jacksonville State versus NDSU. I think those are the three big games that you're going to be seeing the most competitive football. I love this Memphis UNLV game. I think Memphis is going to be kind of a dark horse this year. I think they're going to make a lot of noise in the American, and I think it starts right here at UNLV. They're at plus 146. I would feel confident to get a boost on that, maybe get it to like plus 180 if I can boost it by 40 or 50%. I think this is going to be kind of a shootout because UNLV tends to play in those shootout types of games. So I would take Memphis on the money line, and I would hammer the over 56.5.
Love it. UNLV has is it Muller or Mullen?
Mullen. Dan Mullen.
Dan Mullen over there. I think their quarterback is still pretty salty. I'm going to go I think they're going to win around the 6-point mark. So I'm going to go UNLV minus 4.5 here.
Okay.
I don't see them winning by a touchdown. I think it comes down to the last few seconds. Memphis has the ball, got a score on a long drive, and they just can't get it done, and UNLV wins by 6.
I love the bold prediction there. That's great.
Thank you. I know a lot of people are really high on Memphis, and they're a good team year in and year out. I just think with the offensive quickness that UNLV has, they gotta outlast them, and I just think UNLV is going to be able to get over that hump a little bit better than Memphis can.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree because honestly, we can talk about all of these speculation and things that we want, but it's week 0, man. Anything can happen. Alabama could lose to Florida State. Things get crazy in the first few weeks of the season. I mean, hell, even Appalachian State beat Michigan one year, and it set the Michigan football program back like 7 years after that happened. It was nuts.
That is true. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the Mr. Dungham. He's here. He's ready to go.
We got the hand.
What's up, boys?
I love the spelling of your name.
I was in a rush. It is what it is.
The fat thumbs. Right. They get you sometimes.
Happens. I got my pinkies beat up, my thumb, I'm bruised. Little road game, a little adversity going on. We're okay though.
That's all right. We love it. We're glad you're here.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about UNLV in Memphis.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to speculate? Are you allowed to speculate?
I'm allowed to recommend.
Yes,
right.
Recommend.
Can't do it myself. Look, Ryan Silverfield left Memphis to go to Arkansas, so Memphis has a new coach. UNLV,
Charles Huff.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I like Charles Huff a lot. UNLV has a 2 quarterback situation going on. Dan Mullen refuses to say which guy is the starter, and they're both going to play.
Is it Saracen or Voodoo?
God, man. And there is one of them that is better than the other. Alex Orji's just been waiting in the wings, man. He's been waiting. And he's behind Jackson Arnold, I think, and they're going to split snaps. Like, what a disaster.
Wasn't Jackson Arnold at Auburn last year?
Yeah, and Oklahoma before that and all this other stuff. Whatever, man.
We're going to go with this guy instead of having an orgy at quarterback? Come on.
And some of the highlights have been good out of camp, you know. Some of those have been good. I don't know. I'd take the Rebs for sure.
I like Memphis.
There we go. Dunham, any other week 0 games that you want to put your spin on?
Well,
Who do you think's going to win on those?
Let's see. Let's. I mean, we can do the run through real quick. What do we got? Dublin game, TCU and North Carolina. TCU lost Josh Hoover to Indiana. Sonny Dykes on the hot seat. Bill Belichick also on the hot seat. Don't love their roster. A lot of offseason controversy going on. The old GM selling money to the Saudis. I don't know. I'll take TCU there. Who else we got? USC and San Jose State. I think the USC backups and third strings will be in by the third quarter. Maava probably. I mean, maybe they'll do the Heisman campaign for Maava and leave him in like LSU did for Jaden Daniels, just so he could rack up stats and whatnot. The old NCAA play, smart. Who else? We got Sac State and Eastern Michigan, right?
Yep.
E-Tough.
I'll ride with Eastern Michigan there. They got a new coach too. They went through some controversy, but I don't think Sac State's quite there yet. Lost their offensive coordinator. What else do we got?
You have Jacksonville State and NDSU. You have NC State and Virginia.
Oh, give me Virginia there. I like Virginia a lot. The oldest roster in college football. I know CJ Bailey's supposed to have a breakout year, but whatever, man. UVA is the oldest team, and we see the depth in age wins. Indiana did that last year. Not saying that Virginia's a national title contender, but age plays. Let's see. Jacksonville State and North Dakota State. I'll take the Bison. Jacksonville State, really good team last year. North Dakota State, just consistently good though. Consistently good.
Great program. Really great program.
And they don't lose a ton of guys to the portal. There's a lot of people jumping around up there. They love it up in Fargo. So good on them.
Not a lot of people jumping in there either. But they got a couple guys. They stole a Colorado guy, so I think that's pretty much it. But
I mean, they develop talent really, really well. They get their guys, develop them, and get them to the NFL. Let's see. Is that it? I feel like I'm missing a game. Florida State and who?
New Mexico State.
Yeah, I'd take New Mexico State. Thanks. Tommy Castellanos. Tommy Castellanos in the portal going to Texas Tech. That's how bad things are at Tech. And that's how bad things are. That's how bad things are at Florida State, that he has to leave to go to Tech. But that's what they say. I don't believe them, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, time will tell. Some of these teams get the extra week. I think if I was a head football coach, I would be totally against playing week 0. I would not want to play this week. I definitely want one more week of prep, but that's just me.
Yeah, I agree. Or it'd be the team that ends up playing the Thursday night game or the Friday night game for week 1 or whatever like that.
Yeah,
no thanks.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we're all pretty square. I think we're all pretty much on the same page for a lot of these week 0 matchups. I think, like I said, I think NC State Virginia is probably going to be the most entertaining game of the week. Or at least I'm hoping so. Early season ACC clash, that's sick. Otherwise, you got the Maction clash there. So
we missed one.
Which one?
We didn't talk about the Rainbow Warriors.
Oh,
we didn't talk about the Rainbow Warriors going to the farm.
About it. Yeah,
come on,
get into it.
Go Bows, boys. Let's go. Micah Alijado's back under control. Timmy Chang, let's roll. Go Bows.
I picked the under.
I shall not comment.
I thought I could bait him into that one.
Dunham, I got a really good question for you.
Far away.
How many points do you think USC could score this coming week?
Well, they played Missouri State last year in week 1 or week 0, and they put up 76. So they could
Do you think that they
probably
could replicate that?
absolutely.
Do you think the latter? Do you think the team that they're playing against would be able to put up quite a bit
No,
of points,
no,
even in the
I
fourth
mean,
quarter?
no.
This is the same San Jose State team that made Arch Manning break out ish, kind of, right? Like they did not look great against Texas. They actually had a pretty good
Nice.
first quarter against Texas, and then Arch Manning figured it out a little bit. So I don't
Yeah.
know. Bird, I like your idea of the backdoor cover. You can't say it's not a bad idea. It's definitely going to hit in one of these games if you keep playing it.
It hit in every single game last year. The back door, last few
USC?
minutes. No,
he's
not
just
for
saying big
USC,
numbers.
just like in general
Oh.
when they're like above a certain point average.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
38 and a half
So-
is a lot of points.
It is a lot of points, but it's a top 15 team playing a
Bottom 15 team.
bottom 15 team, the doormat of the Mountain West. Also, shout out to Penn State and NBC for working out a deal to make USC Penn State a whiteout night game. Thank you for that. That's an automatic loss for USC. Not tough enough for that environment. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Love that. We're super excited for week 0 to start here on Saturday. Can't wait to wake up 6:30, eat my breakfast, drink my energy drink, sit there, watch college football. Probably going to be live from Ireland once again, and just have a great day. Just do nothing but watch ball.
It's going to be awesome.
Can't beat it.
I think that
It's
Dublin
gonna
game
be
kicks off
awesome.
at 10 a.m.
It does.
Hell yeah.
Mountain time.
Yep.
Mountain time.
9
All right,
o'clock
boys.
Pacific Coast time.
Next up, we got Heisman Watch. Let's go top 3 Heisman Watch and your one dark horse. Rev, I liked yours. Let's start with you.
Well, I gave you quite a few options,
A little
but
earlier,
I think my number one person is Arch Manning. Just gonna buy into the preseason hype. I'd rather be right about it than wrong about it, because I feel like everybody wants to hate on him, specifically in this podcast. But I mean, when you're talking tools and tangibles, he's got what it takes. He's got the offensive weapons. He got the year of experience last year. If this offense does what they're capable of doing, there's no doubt in my mind that he would be the one hoisting the Heisman at the end of the year. He's got everything that he needs to do it. A number 1 wide receiver, bona fide one. He's got a great running back that he can lean on. That's going to make plays for him. He's athletic. He can make all the throws. The question is, will he have the awareness to get it done? Is he going to be able to be tough enough to handle some adversity? Is he going to be able to press the right buttons? Is Sark going to put him in a position to be successful? I'm going to bank on it and say yes. I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to take the bait. All right. So if I'm wrong, well, screw me, because then it's probably going to be Dante Moore. All right. Dante Moore, he's got the same situation damn near as Arch Manning. He has all the tools and intangibles, but he's older. He's smarter. He plays for a better coach, arguably. And the system that Oregon runs is just built around him and for him to be successful. And I know he's got a new OC this year, but I don't think that the motto for Oregon is going to change. It's like, we're going to get our players open out in space. Dante's just got to connect the dots, and he's really good at connecting the freaking dots, man. He's really good at what he does. Their run game, I don't think, is going to be as strong as it has been in the past. So I think they're going to rely on Dante Moore a little bit more. It can't be all Jordan Davison just pounding it 4 or 5 yards up the middle and then exploding every 3 or 4 runs. I think that they're going to want to get to Corian Moore the ball a lot. I think they got some speed on the outside, a lot of speed on the outside, and Dante Moore is going to take advantage of it. And then probably my other guy that I'm going to go with, I am in between two right now. I love CJ Carr at Notre Dame. But I think the person who's going to be contributing to more of their team's success and probably will end up having the better year because there's a solid chance to go undefeated in the ACC is Darian Mensa. Super talented. He's got Malachi Tony to throw the ball around to. We saw what this offense could do last year with Carson Beck, and now you're bringing in somebody that's better. Sign me up. I think that's a safe bet. I like Mensa. He was solid at Duke last year, led them to an ACC title, found a way to get it done when he needed to. And if he is getting to run the show in Miami and he's in an environment where he can flourish, which I think he will, I think there's a certain almost certainty that you'll see him at that Heisman ceremony in New York, whether he wins it or not. And then my dark horse is Sam Leavitt, LSU. And the reason that I'm saying that is because if LSU has a year where they are the kings of the SEC, which is possible if this transfer portal can figure it out and Lane Kiffin can put the pieces together. I know some people might have some speculations about Lane Kiffin. I know the football guys might not love him either. However, he has done well at putting teams together that had not been together before. And Leavitt was super talented at Arizona State. Now you get to throw him into an LSU environment, and if they're going to be winning the SEC potentially or only losing a game in the SEC, which could certainly happen as well, Leavitt's going to be the reason for it. He's going to be the one that everybody's going to be talking about because Lane Kiffin's got that model. Same thing happened with Trinidad last year. So Sam Leavitt's kind of my dark horse because I don't think he's on so many radars. But there are quite a few guys that I like still. But my just kind of fun dark horse, I think, is Sam Leavitt.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Dungum?
Solid list. I would say. I don't know. I'm not taking the arch bait, and Lane Kiffin pissed me off this morning. So
all viable reasons.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about
all
that.
Viable reasons.
Drives me nuts.
The thing is, like, I'd really love to find that Travis Hunter-ish type player, like that guy that's just lurking down in the weeds from a random school that's just going to have an amazing year. That gets in the conversation. You know, those guys are the most fun, and they're really really hard to find. But I think Dunham has one that could be that guy.
Yeah, I have a couple. I don't know which one you're alluding to, but top of my list starts with Dante Moore. Like Rev said, this team is full of weapons. Probably wide receiver number 1 or 2 in the country, you could argue, with Evan Stewart, who was hurt last year, really impacted what the offense could and couldn't do, especially after DeCorian Moore got hurt in week 4. The offense got super limited. Jamari Johnson replaces Kenyon Sadiq, and one would argue that Jamari Johnson might actually be better than Kenyon Sadiq, which is a crazy thing to think about. And then you add other weapons. So you have Evan Stewart, DeCorian Moore, Jamari Johnson, but you also have the Tulane transfer Iverson Hooks. You have a freshman in Gatlin Bear who has 99 speed on NCAA. He could probably win the 100-meter dash in the NCAA track and field championships. Like, there's so much speed. And then you throw in Jordan Davison and Dier Hill into that running back group. And there's a couple other guys who are lower on the depth chart that could be sneaky. And like, if Jordan Davison is dominant, teams are going to load the box and play action is just going to be unbelievable.
Timeout on the play. I'm not asking about Oregon's depth. I'm asking your Heisman watch.
I'm giving you my reason. Okay, you really
Dante
want me to say
Moore's
like
winning the Heisman because of their third string running back.
Oh, hey,
that's why.
You know. Okay, here's my question for you. Okay.
Okay.
Will Stein is the OC. Bo Nix, was he good at Auburn?
No.
Okay,
I mean, he wasn't bad.
Was he a Heisman finalist at Oregon?
Was he?
He was. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he was.
Dylan Gabriel.
I knew that.
Dylan Gabriel was pretty good across the board. Comes to Oregon. Was he a Heisman finalist?
I believe so.
He was. Thank you. So Dante Moore wasn't a Heisman finalist last year, second year in a similar offensive system, will be a Heisman finalist and win the Heisman Trophy.
Or will it be Kentucky's quarterback?
It won't. He's not ready. That's okay. Maybe in 2 years.
I think the answer begged the question.
Yeah. My number 2 quarterback is Darian Mensah. We saw what Cam Ward did in this Miami offense. It was electric. Carson Beck comes in a little bit older, a little bit more mature, not quite as mobile, but Darian Mensah is a great combination of Cam Ward and Carson Beck both. A big mobile quarterback with a big arm and can make plays. Okay, so if Cam Ward was a Heisman finalist and number 1 overall pick, Carson Beck looked pretty good in the NFL preseason. Was never really a Heisman finalist, just kind of did what the team asked him to do, won a lot of football games. Darian Mensah can be that for Miami, and I think he's going to be in that seat at the end. Number 3 for me is going to be Jeremiah Smith. If Ohio State's really good, it won't be because of Julian Sayin. It will because Jeremiah Smith. We've been saying it since he was a freshman that he's as dominant as they come. Guys who have left Ohio State go to the NFL are guarding NFL wide receivers saying Jeremiah Smith could play in this league tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah,
he's
he could have
that
been a
good.
first round pick as a freshman.
Right, he's that good. So it's about time that he gets the credit that he's really due to make that trip to New York City at the end of the year and be sitting there with a chance to hold that trophy in his hands. Okay, if Ohio State's going to be good, they're going to go as he goes. My dark horse is Drew Messamaker at Oklahoma State.
I knew that was coming, and I love it, Dunham. I love it.
We're talking about an air raid offense, right? We think about Mike Leach's systems. Did Connor Halliday lead the NCAA in passing in Mike Leach's system?
I'm going to guess yes.
Yes. Let's see. Who else? Gardner Minshew, did he lead the nation in passing under Mike Leach's offense?
Yes.
Yes, he did. Okay. So Eric Morris, similar system to Mike Leach. He ran it at North Texas. They scored a bunch of points. Messamaker had a bunch of yards, and now he's going to get to go do it in the big spotlight in a big conference where they don't play defense at all. Okay. He's going to put up numbers, and he's going to be a first-round pick at the end. I'm telling you. He's everything that you want. I think he's Ben Roethlisberger 2.0. Big arm, tall in the pocket, not crazy mobile, but he's going to be able to make the plays. And Oklahoma State has enough weapons to make that happen. So that's my dark horse. I think Oklahoma State is sneakier than people are thinking.
Yeah. And, shout out to the podcast that you were on, the Oklahoma State podcast.
Locked On.
You'd be making some friends over there now with these statements compared to the last time you were on.
That's because a lot of them wanted to run their mouths. So
yeah, that'll happen.
I think during the game. So
I think Messamaker's a good pick. I kind of liked your super dark horse of JKS out in Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of good dark horse candidates out there. But before I say any more, because I'm sure we can just throw out a few here at the end after Bert gives us his 3. Are you in a sleeper?
I don't think that you could guess who my first number 1 is.
I bet it's Keelan Russell.
No. Same as Dunham. I'm really high on Oregon this year. I think it should be them.
I can't wait to be
football
crying.
playoff. Oh,
New Year's Day, I'm going to be on the floor in tears.
I'm going to go with Dante Moore as my top for getting the Heisman. For all 15 reasons that Dunham stated, I think Dunham's correct on this statement. He's just an absolute weapon. My number 2, I'm going to go with Trinidad Chambliss.
It's a good pick.
He's electric. He's quick. He throws the ball. I don't know if Pete Golding is going to be the answer down there at Ole Miss. I hope he is, but I don't know. Didn't Lane Kiffin take the OC from last year?
Yes.
So that is my only my only worry on that front, but you can't deny a baller, man. And Chambliss is a baller late in the game. He will get things done.
He wins, man. He wins.
He's a winner for sure. And then my third pick, I'm going 2 quarterbacks, 1 wide receiver, and then my other my dark horse is going to be a QB. I'm going to go with Jeremiah Smith. Just an absolute dog.
Dude, he's so good. He's the best player in college football and has been the last 2 years.
Don't disagree.
It's nuts.
But you can't have one up there without the other. It just doesn't work like that, in my opinion. Somebody's got to throw in the ball, right?
Yeah.
So I think if Jeremiah Smith is up there, I think credibility-wise, Sayin will be up there as well. But most of it's going to come from Jeremiah Smith. And then my dark horse is going to be CJ Carr. CJ Carr from Notre Dame. I'm excited to see how they do. I think Notre Dame has a pretty decent schedule on them. But I think after what happened last year to them in the playoffs, kind of getting screwed over, I just think this team is going to go through the season. Was it 10-0, 12-0? I can't remember right now off the top of my head.
For Notre Dame, it would probably be 13.
13-0. 13-0. If they go 13-0 and not have any close games, I think CJ Carr is going to have a great year. That's all I got to say.
I could see that as well. I had mentioned CJ Carr earlier when we were talking off camera, and I'm not going to say Dunham talked me out of it, but Dunham definitely put a nugget in my ear that, Notre Dame's identity is running the football. Like, how much is he going to excel in that? I think that's cool. I think that's a question that you can't ignore. But if he's going to be the focal point of the offense, which he certainly could be, because I think he's the best player on that offense, if they have the success that they're capable of having, there's no reason to think that CJ Carr won't be in New York at the end of the year either.
Who was Notre Dame's last Heisman finalist?
Probably was Jeremiah Love wasn't a finalist last year. It was
Brady Bobby beat him, didn't he?
Nope.
Notre Dame.
I'm gonna go in 1972.
No, it was in your lifetime. I'm 99% sure it was Manti Te'o.
Oh my gosh. And his fake girlfriend.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That might be the last one. I'll confirm that here.
That's why I can't pull the trigger on Notre Dame players. Like, we've been through Golden Boy after Golden Boy after Golden Boy under center in South Bend, Indiana, and none of them ever just live up to it.
Notre Dame's most recent Heisman Trophy finalist was running back Jeremiah Love.
Okay, all right. It was Jeremiah Love.
And honestly, like, the Notre Dame quarterback situation you're saying Golden Boy. Like, who was their Golden Boy before CJ Carr? The Notre Dame quarterback position has been a revolving door since Jimmy Clausen, basically. Like,
Jimmy Clausen, Brady Quinn.
Yeah, those Golden Boys were 15 years ago.
Tommy Payne,
yeah, he wasn't no Golden Boy. Come on now. Like, Notre Dame hasn't had a quarterback like CJ Carr since Brady Quinn.
And he fell 50 spots in the draft and is on TV. Thanks.
Brady Quinn, he was the 10th round pick that went to the Browns. Nobody can survive the Browns. It's like getting drafted by the Vikings.
Ooh, timeout. I think this is a great way, if you look at the bottom left of your screen. I want to talk about Lane Kiffin for a second. Dunham, I told you could get to rant about this. Mainly because the NFL tight end that Lane Kiffin tried to re-sign has played a game and practiced with the Cleveland Browns. Dunham, what do we feel about that?
I'm so over this shit. I'm so over it. I hate that. Like the SEC commissioners and presidents came together today and they voted unanimous vote, that they were not going to let players who had played and signed an NFL contract onto the field. And Lane Kiffin literally just said, well, we can't pick and choose which injunctions we believe or we don't believe and which ones we can and can't do. So he's eligible and he's going to play. Like, what are we doing? Like, what do we? He's such a drama queen with everything that he does. The way that he left Tennessee, recruiting violations at the yin yang, got tarmacked at USC. He goes in, gets ass chewing by Nick Saban, resurrects his image, goes down to FAU, whatever, and then he goes to Ole Miss, and then he's just like, nah, I'd rather go to LSU. And it's like, dude, just shut up. You're not the guy. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. I hate it. It's like you can't pick and choose whatever you want to do. Can't have it. I'm done. As far as like the FBI thing, that was Pete Golding. That was hilarious. He said
Yeah,
one of our
The
players'
FBI
dad just
sweep?
happens to work for the FBI, and he was never hired.
I just thought that'd be a nice little bit. I saw that on ESPN that they
I love it.
had the FBI come check for listening devices in their
Smart.
football warehouse,
Smart,
which is kind of
smart
funny,
call.
Yeah.
That's a smart call.
especially with Lane Kiffin
That's right.
snooping around.
It just shows what kind of snake he is. He is just a snake in the grass, man. But he's not that bad of a football coach.
No, he's not.
He can kind of rally the troops together and sleep with all their girlfriends and find a way to get it done.
He's probably loving that down at LSU, just getting after it.
Yeah,
Well,
watch out, Paul. Watch out, Paul Skeens. Watch out, Paul Skeens.
I don't know how often she goes down there anymore.
Paul
Paul needs to go back down there.
Can I bring up a Heisman candidate that we didn't talk about?
Absolutely.
Yes.
What about Josh Hoover from Indiana? I just want to throw this out there because Kurt Signetti found a way to take a fractured Fernando Mendoza, if you will, and turn him into the number 1 overall pick. He now gets a quarterback that's better than Fernando ever was, and now he gets to mold Josh Hoover into a quarterback in the same system in the Big Ten. If Indiana has another good year, it's going to be because of Josh Hoover, and could see Josh Hoover in New York as well. I think it's just fair to say, for as much as we talk about the Big Ten and SEC and all these good teams, we are not talking enough about Indiana.
Don't disagree there.
I think we're going to get burnt by Siggy again.
And I tend to agree. I do think that Mendoza, intellectually, his football IQ is off the charts. That's why, those RPOs, he's so quick. He had the mind made up before he even made the play. He just happened to make the right decision all the time. There's only a handful of times where he got burnt, right? Josh Hoover, on the other hand, has had turnover issues, which means that he's either trying to do too much, making the wrong read, or just overextending the play and then forcing the throw. So, like Sig said, they're not going to ask him to do that much, and they're just going to run it, and they're going to do what they're going to do. And, quarterbacks in that system have been successful over times, but it's can you limit the mistakes and make the right read all the time? And I just question if he can do it. If he can do it, he'll be there. Absolutely. But I got to see it first.
That's fair. I don't think that we can overlook too much about Indiana here. And I feel like personally, I've been doing that probably just because even though they went undefeated last year and pretty much were wire to wire number 1 since week 8 after they beat Oregon. Yep. And for some reason, we're still not giving them enough credit. And then also John Mateer, watch out for him. Watch out for him at Oklahoma. He might be all right.
He was the favorite till he got hurt in week 4. And he's jacked.
Yes,
and Oklahoma could win the SEC.
It's possible. It's possible.
Certainly a possibility.
Not Auburn.
Man,
Byron
Byron Brown.
Byron
Man,
Brown would be sick.
Man, that'd be sweet.
Would be sick.
Would be sick. Can't
This
vote
is
for
a
him.
this is a pro Byron Brown podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. If we could get
Don't
some like sort
disagree.
of Cam Newton resurgence, it'd
Oh.
be freaking awesome, man.
Oh,
It'd be freaking awesome.
be sweet.
Well,
I'm trying to think of any other dark horses that I have that I could just really throw out there. It won't be Ahmad Hardy, but like if he medically redshirts this year and comes back next year, Ahmad Hardy will be at the top of the list.
I mean, Kejuan Lacey at Ole Miss.
He's another one.
He could be a good guy, another non-quarterback in the conversation.
Living in Trinidad shadows, tough.
I mean, if Sellers balls out like he's capable of doing, he could be in the conversation.
Sure.
I don't really see it.
I don't see that happening either.
But the talent's there. I think the talent is in there.
If Virginia's going to be any good, Bo Perbula could be in that conversation.
Bo Perbula could be in that conversation, which is weird to say out loud.
It really is. But if they're 10-1, 11-1, something like that, like he's had a good year then.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and you got to think about like it's the most outstanding player for the most outstanding team. That's typically how this award goes.
Typically.
It's very rare. But like, what do you do?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Bird,
take us to the favorite segment. Let's go.
Are we doing the all-time greats? Or are we?
Hell yeah.
All right.
All-time.
Here we go.
Are we gonna do this draft style, or are we just gonna give a list?
I think we should do a draft style.
All right. I'm in. Draft style it is.
So let's set up the parameters first. All right. We're going offensive skills positions for this all-time greats team. They had to have played from year 2000 and on. So these are going to be players that we remember watching growing up or players as of recently. So even though it's an all-time greats team, this is going to be our all-time greats that we've seen with our own eyes. And I think since we're going with our own eyes, the first pick should go to the youngest guy. So let's go with
that's perfect. It's exactly where I want to start. I'm going to go QB first. Here. I would like to go with Tim Tebow.
Oh,
okay.
Dick.
That's a really good pick.
That was my pick.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Tim Tebow in his prime was a dog. Okay. I think he had probably close to 155 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Insane
two-time
yardage.
Heisman finalist.
Two-time Heisman finalist. Hold on. There were some pretty insane stats that I thought I saw on here. 9,000 yards passing, 66.4 completion percentage, which was higher than vast majority, probably 85, 90% of quarterbacks going through this time. 55 games and only 16 interceptions. I think that's probably one of the biggest ones, the touchdown to interception ratio. 88 touchdowns in his 4 years there at Florida. 16 interceptions.
Yeah,
168.8 yards per game. Just insane. So I'm going Tim Tebow.
Had a touchdown celebration after him. It's crazy.
Elite speech on the podium as well. This team will never lose again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was sick. Tim Tebow for sure. Good 1-1. So does that mean I'm next?
Yeah, that would make you next. I'm old.
All right. I'm gonna go with Cam Newton, quarterback. I was between a few guys here, but Cam Newton, probably one of the greatest single season runs ever. Was the only reason Auburn had been relevant in the last 20 years. So I'll take Cam Newton, Superman, so dope in college. That year at Auburn was straight up magical. So give me Cam.
Guy won a national title with Gene Chizik as his head coach.
Some guys have all the luck.
Yeah, that's good PTSD. Good PTSD.
I was gonna say, who did he beat again? Was it Oregon?
Yeah, thanks. Michael Dyer was down.
Anyways.
Oh, man. You guys took both my quarterback picks. That's tough. I'm going to have to recirculate the wagons here.
Is he going to go Joey Harrington?
No. As much as I love Joey, no.
Marcus Mariota?
I've considered Timmy Chang was in the 90s.
Colt Brennan?
Colt Brennan could certainly qualify here. Elite year at Hawaii. I'm going to go running back off the board here just because I got to circulate my QB thoughts. Give me Derrick Henry.
The king.
Yeah, I will take the king. He won a Heisman Trophy averaging 2 yards a carry, but he got the ball 250 times a game. So he's an elite, just workhorse back. You can hand it to him in the I formation, the spread formation, the wing T formation. He's going to get those 2 yards. Okay, and then after the 200th carry in the fourth quarter, he's going to break one loose for 95. Okay, the king was a good time. He was the reason Alabama was good during those couple decades or the couple years he was there. That's who I'm going to go with. Are we doing snake draft? Are we looping back around?
No, yeah, we'll snake it.
Snake it. All right. Let's see. I got to do this off the top of my head, which is crazy. Are we doing tight end?
Yeah.
All right. This is off the cuff, and it's kind of a deep dive. Give me Rob Gronkowski at Arizona. Does anybody know who the quarterback was at Arizona when Gronk was there?
I don't.
Big Dick Nick.
It was not Big Dick Nick. It was Willie Tuatama, who was before Nick. And Willie Tuatama couldn't be trusted to make many throws. They ran the ball a decent amount. The only time they really threw the ball was to Gronk, because Gronk was the only guy who could high point a football and catch it. And so Arizona was really good during that stretch of years. I actually got to see them in person. Vividly remember sitting in the Autzen section above the Arizona fans with my dad screaming, "Watch the tight end," as if Nick Aliotti could hear him screaming that. Oregon was up 42-0 at half and almost blew the game because Gronk was wide open every other play. So Rob Gronkowski is my tight end pick.
Solid pick there, Dunham.
I will go wide receiver here. Calvin Johnson, Georgia Tech.
Good pick. Yeah, good pick.
I don't think I really need to explain much more on that. One of the highest overall picks from a wide receiver. Absolute stud at Georgia Tech. Ended up being an absolute stud in the NFL. Just an all-around beast Megatron was. So I'll take Calvin Johnson.
Love that for you, Rev. I'm going to go to tight end too, just so he doesn't get taken off the board next by Rev. I'm going to go Brock Bowers from tight end. I think that's a pretty solid pick. He's probably one of the better tight ends that's come out of the draft, or come into the draft the last at least 10 years, in my opinion. So I'm going to go there. And then there's depth in a lot of places, but I think my wide receiver one, I'm going to go Devontae Smith.
Good pick.
Alabama.
Good pick.
Great player.
Not sure he's the one I would have taken.
He won a Heisman.
He did.
It's okay.
And speaking of which, my next pick is not a Heisman winner, but I'm going running back Reggie Bush from USC.
He is a Heisman winner.
Could have been.
I thought it got taken away.
Back to him.
No,
they gave it back.
Yeah, they gave it back to him.
As soon as they did NIL, they gave it back to him.
That's a good call. I've kind of forgot about that whole fiasco. But no, Reggie Bush. I mean, those USC years with him and Matt Leinart, like if you were playing NCAA football 2004, 5, or 6, and you had Reggie Bush in your backfield, that little star would light up. You get the impact moments and the juke moves, like, or if you made your own Heisman player, it's just you're going against freaking Reggie Bush the whole time. Reggie Bush, dog. So that's going to give me Cam Newton, Reggie Bush, and Calvin Johnson. Oh, I love it.
Gross.
It's a gross team right now.
Gross. All right. I'll go wide receiver here. The one Alabama receiver that I would pick is Julio Jones. That would
Also
be
a great
my
option.
that would be my pick.
Monster Julio Jones.
Yeah, he was absolutely electric in a time where Alabama didn't even really throw the ball a lot. They were a big time running team, single back. Let's run the football, play action, and Julio Jones was just dominant. Let's see, quarterback. I'm still struggling with. I'm really just trying to figure out where to turn.
There's one out there that I cannot believe that you're not picking right now.
Really?
Yeah, like I was between 3, and I'm kind of regretting not taking the one that I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah.
Did he play in the SEC? Does their team play in the SEC right now?
Yes.
I think I'm on the same page as you.
Yes.
Interesting. Because I'm lost right now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm fishing.
Well, we can't take any more quarterbacks, so you got time to think about this.
This is true. I'm just trying to decide. Sam Bradford's out there, Heisman Trophy winner.
Sam Bradford,
did
it wouldn't even be the Oklahoma quarterback I would pick in that situation.
No, would you?
I'd go Baker over Bradford.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad call. I'm thinking about Kyler Murray as well.
Guy getting tackled by the cops in the streets, Baker Mayfield.
I do love Baker Mayfield a lot.
Man,
you guys have Cam Newton and Tim Tebow. I feel like I gotta find a workhorse in there.
And I feel like there's still somebody better than both of them.
Man.
You
know what?
The night is young.
Here's what we're gonna do. Give me the team that started the spread offense, made a lot of noise early on in the early 2000s, could have competed for a national championship if Pat McAfee would have made a damn field goal. Give me Pat White.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rev, who are you thinking?
I would have gone Joe Burrow.
I was Vince Young.
Vince Young was on my list.
Vince Young as well.
He was the other one I was thinking of. I was between Newton, Burrow, and Vince Young. But I mean, come on, Joe Burrow threw for 60 freaking touchdowns, man.
Yeah.
You also had Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. So
you could have them both on your team too.
I know.
Stop.
All right. Bro. So we're looping back to me. Man, I gotta try to think of a good one here. I'm gonna go running back, Oklahoma, all day, baby. Adrian Peterson.
There's my number 2.
Coming.
Absolute stud. So my backfield, I can go to Bush or Peterson. And I'm loving the way this team looks right now.
It's good proof for sure.
Before I say my next pick, can I preface it? This is all-time greats, correct? Like, no matter the time, we just had to watch
2000s.
We just had to watch them play.
2000s.
You had to
Jeremiah
witness
Smith.
Okay.
All right.
That's a good pick. I was considering him as well.
I'm going to go Jeremiah Smith as my second wide receiver. I really wanted to go Michael Crabtree.
Ooh, Crabtree was sick at Texas Tech.
That was a good
one.
But we're going to go Jeremiah Smith. He's just a dog. And then running back, I'm going to go with Jonathan Taylor.
It's a great pick.
Yeah.
It's a great pick. Let's see. I got tight end and wide receiver left. Dunham's out of wide receivers, right?
No, I have one more.
I gotta think about this.
You just Rev just has tight end left.
No, I took Calvin Johnson, Reggie
Yep.
Bush, Cam
Yep.
Newton, and
Yep.
Adrian Peterson.
You have 2 running backs, bud.
Yeah, I know. So I need a wide receiver and a tight end. I was trying to figure out what Dunham still had left, so he can't snake a wide receiver from me here.
Dunham, are you confused too?
Did
He's
we
got
get two? Did we get 2 spots per skill position besides quarterback and tight end?
No, we were only doing 5. You said quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end.
Read the rules, guy.
What?
No, Rev.
Oh. Well,
2
I thought
running
we-
backs. All right, I'll give you a flex spot. How about that?
Okay, there we go.
well, now this changes everything. I thought I said 2 wide receivers at the start. That's on me. For my flex, I'm gonna go Tavon Austin.
Beautiful pick.
We're gonna go Tavon Austin.
All right, go tight end 2. Go tight end 2.
Well, Dunham gets to pick, and then I get to
All right.
pick.
Okay.
What do I got left? Receiver?
You took Julio Jones. I think you got another running back
receiver.
spot.
Another
Running
wide
back.
receiver. Oh, and another running back?
No, we'll just do 1 running back
Okay, all right, cool. Let's see, wide receiver.
and a flat.
Man. I want to pick Crabtree, but we just talked about Crabtree.
Do it. Nobody took him.
Jeff Smartja.
Sure.
Jamar Chase.
I mean, any of them could work.
Roy
Crabtree
Williams.
was the downfall of Crabtree in the NFL needs to be studied because he was so dominant at Texas Tech. Like that highlight.
Richard Sherman put him in a body bag. Could never get out.
I guess so. So yeah, I guess I'll go Michael Crabtree. The infamous highlight of Texas Tech driving the field with no time left. Crabtree makes the incredible back shoulder catch. Texas thought they had him out of bounds. Keeps his balance and goes down the sideline. And you hear Brent Musburger, Crabtree into the end zone. Texas Tech wins.
Wow.
Infamous. Will forever live in infamy. One of the greatest highlights in college football history. Mike Leach was also on the sideline for that. Shout out Mike Leach. Rest in peace, brother.
All right, Rev, your tight end.
You know, he was pretty sick in Florida, so I'm gonna go Kyle Pitts.
Oh, I thought you were going Aaron Hernandez there for a second.
Was considered.
Was considered on my end too.
I was between Pitts or Kittle.
Yeah, Kittle was on my list as well.
Well, I'm just gonna go Pitts. You know,
good pick.
Love it. All right, boys. It's that time.
Take us out.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you guys commenting on the YouTube, we appreciate you for listening and being here. We're excited for Week 0 games. Let us know who you've got winning. Let us know who is your top Heisman watch person. And let us know who had the best all-time greats team. Bird, Rev, Dunham, and give us one of yours. We'd love to hear from you. Have a great night. Let's watch some football. We love you. Keep coming back. Chumps out.
Chumps out.